What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table, we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition tournament video for you. Brought to you by these awesome folks that back the channel at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. We're at Just Games in Rochester, New York. Another video with myself playing Greyjoy Reigns. And we have Matt playing HRD, Plaza of Pride. We've already played this matchup earlier. You can see that a couple of videos ago in the series. If you haven't watched them, go back and check them out. They are in a playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. For setup, myself on the left, looks like I have Wex Pike, a Priest of the Drowned God, and an Iron Mines. On the right, Matt's got a Quaith of the Shadows, Flea Bottom, sorry, and a Gates of the Moon, and Plaza of Punishment. Plaza of Punishment being his HRD chosen location there. So he's already given me +1 to my plot gold, basically, from Gates of the Moon to start here, which I always like to see across the table. Not so much on setup. I don't like him having +2 gold right off the bat, though. So we have time and plenty into counting coppers, lots of cards for everyone. I do apologize if this video is a little shaky. I remember this table was a little wobbly, not where I wanted to film, preferably, but it's basically the only option we had that had some lighting that wasn't right beside the other table. So we separated up because of the top 4. The other top 4 game, though, unfortunately, the camera, I guess the battery pack wasn't charging it correctly, and I wasn't there to pay attention to it because, as you can see here, I'm busy in this game. So it kind of died like 70% into the game, so I just kind of trashed the footage. But we will have the finals coming up after this. That footage is good, and stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button for these Game of Thrones videos if you want to see more, and to help other people find these Game of Thrones videos on YouTube. Always helpful, much appreciated. So it looks like I'm going first here. It was a slugfest last time we played. Will it be the same here? We have Sea Tower reducing to get a Iron Islands Fishmonger that quickly kneels to help get a newly made Lord out, and we're going to blow up Flea Bottom right off the bat. Don't want to deal with that crap. And Matt slaps it hard and is not impressed, removing it from play there. Just want to take this time to remind everyone there is another store championship I will be going to and filming in Rochester, New York area, so you should check it out at Millennium Games on the March the 24th. Saturday, so go check that out. Go check their Facebook page, Millennium Games, and yeah, find more details there. But you guys should come down and play with these awesome people like Matt in this video. Awesome dude, and it'll be a good time, I'm sure, as it always is. Great store. All right, he's got another Flea Bottom. Oh man, but I do have a Lordsport ship right there with, of course, there's Dirk on it. I could kneel it down, but I'm going to hold out here and kind of see if he plays anything else. I am first. I could kneel Plaza of Punishment. We see Plaza of Pride in his hand right now. That might be another juicy choice to kneel down. I know he's playing Astapor. He's got Viserion out there, which can fuel some Dracarys action. And that's all he's going to play. Sitting on at least a gold there, we see. And I am going to do the Lordsport Shipwright to kneel down. Something. It's a tough choice. I mean, I don't want him really burning through everything with Plaza of Punishment, but I also don't want guys jumping in for Flea Bottom. But there's nothing there right now. But I learned from the last time I played him, Quotho jumping into play and discarding cards is a super easy thing to seed the discard pile for Flea Bottom. So we got Military with Wex Pike here for 2. Looks like Plaza Punishment was the target for the kneel. He notices the gold I have on my plot card there. I saved 1, so you always got to wonder, can you let it go unopposed? Second Flea Bottom might hit the discard pile if you do, if I have the event. And he's actually going to Dracarys. Wex Pike is dead. Viserion is down. Gold is spent. So no gold for Flea Bottom. So I don't know if he's got the Quotho tricks. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't care right now. He might still drop Quotho in and just see the discard pile for future rounds. 9 cards in his hand still. Oh, man. I feel like an unopposed power is just easy taking. I might as well do it. There's no power icons there. But then I debate not, it looks like. I have nothing on my house card right now, and I start to think maybe I don't want to leave anything there for him, but he doesn't have any power icons. He doesn't have any gold, but I mean, Quotho can jump in, but he doesn't have a power icon, if I remember correctly. So it is unopposed power. I'll throw power on my house card. And it's over to him. Looks like I'm trying to defend my hand, maybe sitting back with the Priest of the Drowned God and not being aggressive with it. I must have something in there I don't want to lose, or a few things I don't want to lose. Not sure. Don't really remember this game. This was a couple tournaments ago. So that reminds me, I do have another tournament coming up after this, so stay tuned. Plus Canadian Nationals. I'll be there getting some footage, hopefully. And speak of the devil, here we go. Quotho jumping in play. And we get a Drogon, and it looks like I believe a Second Son's underneath there. Of course, yep. $3 6 power, or 6 strength. So yeah, saving that intrigue challenge was, I don't know. Doing it he would have jumped in at that time. Might have been good to just force the issue, but oh well. So he's going to do military with Quaith. That goes unopposed. We're going to kill the Lord's Port Shipwright, it looks, or the, sorry, Iron Islands Fishmonger. Well, actually, the newly made Lord. That's not a bad target. I could use that econ probably off the Iron Islands Fishmonger maybe next round, is why I don't want to do that. And he does an intrigue for 5. I'm going to block with 3. Prevent the unopposed. And he gets a milk. No real targets for that on the board yet. I don't really know what I would milk in this matchup. Based on what I saw in the last game recently, voicing it over, I'm trying to think. Like Daenerys Targaryen maybe, but she never made it on the board in the last game. I don't know who else. Maybe Viserys Targaryen to protect my Corsair's Dirk there. I don't know. So I go into trade routes. He does the second counting copper, similar to what he did in the last game. Just looking to fill up his hand with goodness. And I'm looking to get some econ, so I must have something I want to drop into play. Or hoping I top deck something I want to drop into play that's a little bigger. Like, gotta remember the Gates of the Moon. I think I did there. Yeah, it looks like I did. An Iron Fleet Scout to start. A great haul for the limited. Looks like it's Vic. Tyrion Greyjoy. With a Corsair's Dirk. And then 3 for a Begging Brother. Do I need to put 2 gold on him, or do I need to save 1 for an event? Or do I have something else? Looks like I only put 1 on him. Now, Begging Brother with Quotho. I'm assuming if that was attempted, he'd have to pay the 2 cards to discard to try to bring in Quotho, and then I would cancel it with Begging Brother since it's a character ability, I would assume, and he would stay in hand? Could he do it again after that? I don't know. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments below. That's one I'm not too sure about. It's a little weird with the whole characters coming out of hand. And begging brother, I'm sure that's been answered before. Try to look it up after if I remember. So we got a dupe on Quotho now.
I was definitely going to be Tom. That Carly game is going to be insane. I don't know what's happening there.
And there's Viserys Targaryen.
Maybe if I wasn't so
Trying to get rid of my attachments. Makes sense. And I'm going to kneel flea bottom. Tourney grounds to fuel the events. It's one of those moments where you play the trade routes and then you look across the board and you watch them just flood out location after location after location like this. And the hard part was he'd already played me earlier, so when your opponent knows like what's in your plot deck and then they play you again, it's a little tough because you can just hold on until he sees the trade routes and then just go bananas with the locations like he does here. And then as a Greyjoy player, how do you control? How do you do any location control when getting rid of one location is only a small fraction of the puzzle? And that's what I kind of feel like I was running into here as I looked across the board. Like it hurts a lot when you think you're getting rid of Flea Bottom and then it's right back like instantly that same round. Now he's got Plaza of Pride. He's got Shadow Black Lane to help get into those events. And also Plaza of Punishment, of course. We'll try to start eating my little dudes up or helping add to the kill on the big dude with his other burn. So it's over to me for challenges. And I'm looking across the board thinking military. What's that really get me? Not much. Power. I needed to be defensive about power challenges. So I don't want him just killing my little dudes. I also have to remember he's got a dragon out there. He's got money. He's got tourney grounds. He's got lots of cards. And I don't really have enough intrigue to get any range triggers off. So he's going to do tourney grounds as an action here in the challenge phase.
I'm going to put all my kneelable locations on this side and then my economy on this side.
So it looks like I do win the challenge I'm doing there. And I'm going to Raiding the Bay of Ice, his Plaza of Punishment, and kneeling a warship. The only problem is I have no pillage on the board right now, so he's going to be able to just get that back. And but he'll have to pay for it again. But I mean, he's in a situation where that's not a problem. So it's kind of like I knew he was going to get the event. He's going to win an intrigue coming back, so I might as well just play the event. Is the situation I felt like I was in there, and now I have an empty hand, which is not a great spot to be in at all against a player who just double counting coppers. So I think it was previously a military challenge. Yeah, he threw... No, maybe it wasn't a mill. Or it was a power challenge blocked with Viserys, I think, and then I intimidated Quotho. So now an intrigue challenge here for 6. Problem is, can't get any range triggers off, which would be nice unless he lets it go unopposed. I think Quaith is enough to block it, so it doesn't.
Tricks are.
He does block with Quaith. And it's just Intrigue Claim, no reactions. And it's a Dragon is no slave. So at this point, I am up 4-0. So not the worst. It just feels very vulnerable having no cards in hand. He's got one Viserion standing, so he can come at me for one more challenge. He has no money. I don't think he has any way of jumping guys in anymore, but...
Oh, neat. That's cool. Power challenge.
And, oh, sounded like a power challenge, but I think he's going back on that.
No cards in your hand.
At least I don't have to worry about Plaza punishment for this round if he does win the power challenge. Oh, he has a way to stand a character. Sorry, I forgot about Plaza Pride, so he has a way of doing 2 challenges. So he does a power challenge, goes unopposed, steals a power from me. And he's going to discard a dupe of Gates of the Moon to stand up Viserion again with Plaza of Pride. Comes in on military unopposed, kills my Fishmonger. And Dominus goes to me for saving 2 gold there. And it's 4 on my side, 3 on his side. Power totals. And he plays trade routes. Now I see why he was dumping all those locations down. Not to mention mine was done, but he had his coming up next. And I need cards, so I go counting coppers. So he's going to be able to play anything he wants, anything he draws into, anything in his hand he wants to put on the board. And I let him go first, it sounds like. We got 10 gold off of his trade routes there, if I'm counting those locations correctly. And easy Astapor down there with 4 gold on it, no questions asked.
I've been on, like, I was really anti all of that. Are you actually live streaming?
No, I was recording for later, you might be heard. Just so you know. And right about now is when I'm thinking of grabbing political disaster from under the table that I have stuck there and sliding into my plot deck just for situations like this. Just kidding. Yeah, look at that wall location. Oh man. And he's got the Plaza of Punishment back out there. No worries. Playing that trade routes, me popping it on the top of his deck was no issue. At least now I can discard it from play since the HRD protection on it is worn off since it's back in play after it's been popped. So I need someone to back up Vic. I need like Asha to show up. I need Euron to show up. King Balon. I don't know, Dagmar. Anybody. Any big character maybe. Might be a little tough though since he has Astapor, Plaza Punishment, Burn Events, Dragons, Cash to Spare, Trading Grounds. All that stuff. He can burn down anyone I put on the board right now is how I feel. And even when I think those dragons are down, he's got Plaza Pride to stand right back up. Quite the little engine he's got going on over here.
Oh, you gotta go for the girls in their 30s, man. So? I can go 30 years. They love a little boy to look after. Yeah, what's stopping you? Mine is like 21 to 35.
So if JJ and Scott are watching right now, you guys are probably listening to yourselves in the background talking about dating on the internet and the criteria of women they're going after. They're sitting beside watching the game, and they just started talking about looking for girls online, doing some online dating, and I gave them a little notice that, hey guys, the mic will pick you up. I'll try to drop the volume, but they'll probably still pick you up. But they were laughing about it. It was pretty funny. So if you listen carefully, you got headphones in, you probably can hear them in the background. I know I can hear them right now, that's for sure. So it looks like I'm debating kneeling something here with the Lord Sports Shipwright. It's just, I'm getting a little analysis paralysis looking across the board at all the juicy targets. It's going to be Flea Bottom. Like, Flea Bottom brings in the Second Sons. Plaza of Pride could stand anything, basically. He's got to chuck a card for that, which I'm okay with the card chuck, I guess. It's fine. Astapor maybe would have been a better call. Thinking about the burn with the Plaza of Punishment pairing there. And it looks like that's all I got. I think I started drawing into not the greatest at this point. Off of Accounting Coppers. Didn't get much going there, obviously. Yeah, I have a Great Hall, Sea Tower, and 3 gold. Yeah, I guess I didn't get anything worth playing. Yeah, because I had an empty hand, so I drew 5 cards total. Guess I didn't find anything that was able to be played or that I want to play. Maybe I'm thinking about him playing Velardo Harris next, or myself playing Valar Morghulis. I don't know. Yeah. I remember a couple rounds where my top decks, or like my draw basically, was not hot at all. Alright, so it looks like he's coming in on a power challenge here to start. Which he's trying to lead up for a Plaza Punishment, I'm sure. He's got Astapor to back that up. So I got to be careful. If I'm going to commit, I have to make sure I can win. And he still has a Dragon standing and money, so this could go downhill real fast for me. So I'm trying to add up here with Victirion as attachments. The one strength buff off Iron Fleet Scouts. He's only coming in for 3. But like with the mix of Dragon is no Slave, Consuming Flames, Dracarys, Astapor, it could easily get crazy. Could definitely swing it hard in his favor. And do I just go all in? Do I just go nuts and yell out my board? I don't know. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now, I think. And force him to use up the tricks, I guess. Maybe keep some guys alive. I don't know. But then you can just swing on a military and kill someone anyway. But also winning a power challenge would slow him down. It might get the second power on Victirion that I need to, if I'm going to Valor next turn, I at least have a built-in save on him. I can use that Iron Mines there to save somebody else. And he grabs his cards. Here we go. We got some burn. So looks like I'm defending for 7 with Victirion, plus another 3. I think I'm at 10 right now with the Priest of the Drowned God.
You got how many cards in hand? 5 cards.
So yeah, it sounds like I do have 5 cards in hand, so I didn't play anything this round. So he lets me win it. No burn. Victirion stays alive. No Plaza of Punishment. Munching on my little guys. Although I don't know if Plaza of Punishment can get anyone right now. If it's, I don't know if it's, I think it's printed strength though. I think it's printed strength. I'll check that out. So I think he's coming in with an intrigue challenge here with Quaith for 2. No, it's not printed strength. It's just until the end of the phase, that character gets -2 strength and is killed if their strength is 0. So like I thought before, yeah, it can be used on anyone. I mean, you can use it just to win challenges straight up, but if you ever get their strength down to 0, even later in the phase, you could definitely kill them. So Nightmares on Astapor. And I'm going to try to block the intrigue, protect my hand a little bit. And he's going to Dracarys. Yeah, he's going to kneel Rhaegal in as a defender, then in the actual window, tourney grounds, then play Dracarys. And boom. Burns my begging brother. And now he wins the intrigue. He's going to do a Shadow Black Lane trigger there as a reaction to winning the intrigue.
For the camera. 5, 7, 8, 9.
Sure, he's going to grab another burn event. Oh, there's Dracarys we see there. Easy pull, easy choice. I think at this point I'm shaking my head. Oh man, this is not going good at all. And he intrigues the top card off my deck. He wanted there, I shuffled it up. He just said the top card. So Silence His Crew. Of course he takes Silence His Crew. I think that is the character. And I don't think I could play him. I think that's what happened there. What do I have? 2 gold and a sea tower. But if I had kept that Iron Islands Fishmonger alive, oh man. But I wouldn't have any gold to put on the Silence's Crew anyway, so holding them for a round isn't a bad call, I think, but getting him hit on the intrigue is tough. I thought I could keep him in hand using the Nightmares on Astapor. I thought I was feeling good, but I did force the Dracarys there. And now the military kills the Priest of the Drowned God. And just like that, I'm down to 2 characters on the board. Just trying to hang in there, hold off until the cavalry comes. I don't know, I don't know who can help me here, but like a Euron and some We Do Not Sows would be nice. But getting unopposed with all those guys across the board, plus the strength, or the standoff Plaza of Pride and the Astapor, that's tough. That's tough. Try to get those unopposed through. So I go Valor, he goes Marched. And that is not good. This happened in our last game. He's going to choose who goes first and which order the plots go if he chooses himself to go first.
He was going to have it again.
And he's trying to remember. He just said, how am I going to handle this again? I forget. But he's going to run through it here to decide. I think you just let Valor go. Oh, he's going to march first. Interesting. So I get the Corsair's Dirk back. I march the Lordsport Shipwright. He marches Viserion. And then he's going to use the Viserys to get rid of the Corsair's Dirk off of Victarion. Leaves Quotho facing Victarion out here. I get 2 power off of Vic to keep him in play. Keep the Iron Mines out there. Don't use it. So he is at 6 power to 3 on my side.
That guy costs 2, that stupid idiot guy.
Yeah,
That I hate.
Yep, that guy.
You know one.
Never heard of him.
The problem is having the Valor there is now I'm sitting on another low gold plot. Oh, and I just thought of something. Did I forget the Gates of the Moon last round to give myself more gold on the Counting Coppers, which could have led to Silence's Crew coming into play? Oh man, did I do that or did I play something else? I don't know. Too late to check now. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me or have left comments already to let me know how much I suck, and that is great. Oh man. Silence's Crew. Come on, Rob. What are you doing? I think I could have played him. So I remember it this time. I got my 3 gold there for Valor. Iron Islands Fishmonger with the Sea Tower. I think it was another top deck from hell here. Do I have anything I can play? Well, looks like I can at least play something. But I don't know how well that goes against his second sons he put into play there, plus Sir Jorah Mormont. And I have no control on his flea bottom, and we know he has juicy targets in the discard pile. And a begging brother with no gold. Just trying to hang in there. So he's going first. I have no claim. I don't have enough intrigue on the board to win a range trigger to flip out of Valor. So it looks like I may be stuck with the 0 claim for the rest of the round.
Why is that still there? No. Oops.
So it sounds like an intrigue here with Sir Jorah. Coming in for 4.
No defenders.
I'll do this thing.
And he's going to do a Shadow Black Lane here. Search top 10 cards, looking for an event.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, how does that?
And it looks like he whiffed.
These appear to be in-house events. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he whiffed.
Right, let me double check that. No. It's gotta be in-house.
Yeah, he does have a price of war there in the event. But it's got to be in faction, though, with Shadow Black Lane.
Yeah, what a shame. It does shuffle much better with sleeves. Unopposed, yeah, sorry. Claim. Oh, sorry. Take 2 of those. Yeah, shuffle this up. Claim this stuff.
And the we do not so he gets. Oh, man, the lucky pulls. I love it. And Jorah gets a renown, of course, unopposed. He is now up to 8 power. To my 3. And a power challenge with the second sons for 6. And that'll go unopposed. Or maybe not. Or do I fully block since he's going to win the power challenge and kill my Iron Islands Fishmonger, which then forces me to do military claim on someone else. But I do block with the Fishmonger. Just to block the unopposed since he's going to most likely die anyway. And yeah, he does win. We got Plaza punishments. And he doesn't have Victirion, actually. I think. Why has he got a 4 on him?
Sorry, I'll kill that guy.
No. Oh, okay, I see. Not sure what I was doing there. Maybe I thought Victirion was 6 strength. I don't know. But anyways, he did it on the Iron Islands Fishmonger to kill him, which makes sense. I think he was trying to make it so he wins the military challenge, and even if I buffed it with the Iron Fleet Scout.
Unopposed military.
Unopposed power in. Oh, reactions.
Yeah,
reactions. We have one.
I will put the Iron.
And boom, Iron Mines gone with the price of war. This guy's destroying me. Uses my own medicine against me. I have to claim the begging brother, and Victirion is out on the board alone. He's got Flea Bottom and Plaza Pride, so he can still get a couple characters activated, basically. So Victirion's not winning anything, especially with Astapor there, putting him down to 1. He's most likely just going to get burned away, I would assume. Oh, I see. He did the Plaza punishment. He could have done it on Victirion, and at this point, I may be really screwed, but maybe I'm not going to do any challenges, actually. I know I'm screwed either way. Yeah. Once I do the math and figure out like all the burn that's possible, I realize, oh, no worries, no dragons out there. Then I realize, nope, he's still got Flea Bottom standing, and he's got money, so a dragon can come into play easily. He's got turning grounds to reduce the cost of a burn event if he wants, so he can get your cars played. I believe he still has one. I think he grabbed one with Shadowback Lane before that he still hasn't played. And plus Astapor, then I just chicken out. No Victorion in the challenge. Maybe you get lucky and he doesn't march me here.
That's no, right? Oh no, sorry.
Yeah,
Wasted. Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
I don't know what I was doing there. Alright, so looks like I got my plot selected next. And he plays Valador Harris, and I play Trade Routes.
Let's go first.
So I'm praying for the top deck of the century here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Second Sons, they're gone. We caught that there. Almost missed it.
You're first, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I'll draw two.
So he's at 10 power. No, 11 power he's at. Needs 4 more to win. I'm at 3. Did I get enough off the top of the deck to deal with him that I can afford? And looking at my hand, I see one character in there. Looks like maybe Asha. Maybe you're on. And he gets Unsullied there. Unsullied. Great with the minus strengths. The whole theme of the deck. Oh, got a unique. Yep. Somebody decent here. And it's Asha. Where have you been all game? Iron Mines. That should help me out a little bit. And a Lord Sport Shipwright. That's going to play it all out here. I know I got the Corsair's Dirks going back to hand. Hopefully I still have one. Yeah, it looks like I do. Right on Asha. Not sure if that's the best call, but it's great on Vic with Intimidate, that's for sure. But it might keep Asha alive. Might get to do extra challenges with Asha. Helps her try to get range triggers off using her stealth. Might draw some cards. Help me get some cards to get back into this.
Hold on. Yep. That's what he said. Yep.
So I'm going to use the Lord's Port Shipwright to kneel down a location. I think either Plaza Pride, Ostapor, or Flea Bottom, but I look at his hand there thinking, does he... he can stand anything. Doesn't matter. He can stand Ser Jorah if he wanted with any card.
Plaza Pride. Flea Bottom. Bottom stomps those guys. You have card pitch to stand anyway. I'll go Flea.
So Flea Bottom's a choice. I don't know. Let me know what your guys' choice would be in that situation. What would you pick? Would you pick Astapor? Would you pick Plaza Pride? Would you pick Flea Bottom? I can't do anything over 2 costs since I'm going second, but like, let me know. I'm curious. He has 3 gold. It's tough. It's very tough. But at least Flea Bottom, I think, in my head, it stops from getting a dragon play for Dracarys. But he still has other burn events he can play. I mean, the odds of him like having all that in the 3 cards, what he needs. But he definitely has something he can chuck for Plaza Pride, I would assume. To at least stand Ser Jorah. Ostapor is annoying. It makes it harder for range triggers, that's for sure. If he saves them and uses them just on my intrigue challenges alone is enough to stop me from getting a range trigger off. So power challenge to start with the Unsullied. And the sad part is like I gotta hit him back, so I can't just play defensive the whole time. I don't know. I just let it go unopposed. I'm thinking, even if I try to defend, might not be enough to actually defend. And then I have a character knelt out, and he still wins the power challenge. I don't know who he's doing Plaza Punishment on. I think he's doing it right now. Oh, sorry. He did it already. I wasn't paying attention. He did it on the Lordsport Shipwright. Oh, he zoned out for a minute there. Yeah. Lordsport Shipwright. That's how he died there. Now, intrigue with Sir Jorah Mormont. Coming in 4 strength. Looks like Asha on the defense for 7. Could be 8 with the Ironfleet Scope. But he's going to -4 strength off of her. So it's now 4-3. And yeah, he can win the intrigue. So maybe that was a mistake. So yeah, he wins the intrigue. He's going to search with Shadow Black Lane.
Let's try it again.
I'm just putting the betrayal tokens on Sir Jorah there since Matt didn't have any. I don't know what he grabbed there. I missed that, but sure is another juicy Targ burn event. Well, it was fun to have those searched and revealed in front of you. Oh, man. And intrigue is the Raiding the Bay of Ice. Which, now that I have Asha on the board, I have some pillage, which would have been nice. I don't know what I was thinking there. Thought I could block it, still have it in hand from winning the intrigue, but couldn't keep it. And then he does a military here. I use a block with Victorion. And Consumed by Flames. Pays 2.
Oh wait, he's got 5. Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. I got that thing. Yes, I gotta spend 2 and an extra card.
So he chucks Viserion to pay for the Consuming Flames. So he's down 3 strength. I buff him up, add 1 more. But he still wins. I just did that, I guess, kind of protect him, maybe. I don't know.
I will discard Daenerys.
And I save with Iron Mines. He discards Daenerys to stand Quaith. And yeah, that's it. That is it. Man, that flood of locations was too much. Matt, he did a great job. He's going on to the finals. Stay tuned for that. It's coming up on the channel. And in the other top 4 that we missed out on because of stupid battery dying on the camera, Carly from the local area. It's 2 Rochester people. We did not get down there to be in the finals. So stay tuned for that one. See you in the next one.